Some people won't get to a preacher's message because they'll only listen for the first 3 minutes. I am so glad God isn't a 3-minute God. Imagine coming to a dinner and only staying for half of the first course. You'll never get any nutrition eating just the first course. Sometimes you gotta stay for the 7-course meal. Paul writes in Romans chapter 8, verses 18, "For I consider that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory that is to be revealed to us." 19, "For the anxious longing of the creation waits eagerly for the revealing of the sons of God." If God was a 3-minute God, I don't think we would be able to sit back anxiously and long for God to come back to reveal everything to the sons of God. Verse 20 through 21, Paul speaks specifically as to why we need to wait. He says in verse 20, "For the creation was subjected to futility, not willingly, but because of him who subjected it, in hope that the creation itself," in verse 21, "also will be set free from its slavery to corruption into the freedom of the glory of the children of God." That subjection is part of the waiting game for when God comes back with all power in his hands. That's a beautiful thing. I'm so glad God isn't a 3-minute God. Any woman would tell you that most births are not a 3-minute birth. Most births go a set amount of terms. Imagine if birth was a 3-minute thing. That means that a woman who has an impregnation would only have that impregnation for 3 minutes. It would not allow for the formation of a child. Paul talks about patience. Verse 22, "For we know that the whole creation groans and suffers the pains of childbirth together until now." That groan and suffering Paul is referred to is the patience, even though it hurts, even though it feels like it's a suffer, but it's there, and it's there to make us strong. Verse 23, "And not only this, but also we ourselves have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves groan within ourselves, waiting eagerly for our adoption as sons, the redemption of our body." In the groans and in the suffering, there is hope. I'm so glad God isn't a 3-minute God because he allows me to groan. He allows me to suffer. He allows you to groan. He allows you to suffer. Why? Because you have hope in Jesus Christ. Verse 24 of Romans 8 says, "For in hope we have been saved, but hope that is seen is not hope. For who hopes for what he already sees?" It's already there. Don't be a 3-minute believer. Verse 25, "But if we hope for what we do not see, with perseverance we wait eagerly for it." Take time to listen. It's about stopping and quieting your heart and listening more than 3 minutes. Listening and being patient in God. God bless you and have a wonderful day.